Hello people! Today, we're going to make a radio in Roblox. Let's go ahead and make one. Enjoy. So what you want to do is, you're going to insert a part. By the way, if you want to get this plugin, I hope you do put the link in the description. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, the radio and stuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to rename this handle. Make sure it can't collide and anchor. If you don't do this, your tool will never work. And I'll just make it black so it looks like an actual radio. You can change whatever color, like a golden boombox. Anywho, I'll put this as a radio for that. And go to your starter pack and insert an object, insert a tool, rename this radio, and put the handle right here. As you can see, that's now how you make it go. If you want to make, to hold it in your shoulder, just go to plugins, go to tool grip editor, and then click the tool. And you'll see this biggie boy radio. So you do that and go right here and right here. As you can see, he's holding a big radio. If you want to shorten it out, hang on, I'll show you how to shorten it out. If you want to improve, just keep messing around with the radio sizing and click the radio again. So you got the right image. Then maybe kind of fine. And yeah, that's actually it. So if you got the right thing, just put it in the radio and turn off your Bluetooth editor. Now let's go ahead and make the UI. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert screen GUI, and then we're going to rename this radio UI. And then I'm going to show you how to make, how to make it roundify. So all you need to do is go to the insert a image label, and then go to your image label, just remove background transparency, go to your image, and then you're going to copy this ID right here. This ID is making the roundified one. There we go. It makes like a circle. And then we're going to pick the scale type to slice. And then we're going to do is we're going to pick slice sensor to 100, 100, 100, 100. And then we're going to set the slide scale to about 1.12. This will make how much tighten. Like, what is the tightening for your round, what you want. Yeah. That is how you make the roundify. The ID will be the link in the description, or you may see it right now. And we're gonna rename it radio frame. And then I'm going to make an image color. I'm just going to, darken it down so it will be very dark here. And I'm just gonna set it to about 0.112. Now let's go ahead and position this. So I'm going to change the anchor point, and then I'm going to change the positioning, and I'm also going to change the sizing. Once you've actually done that, you're feeling like you got everything ready with your frame. And yeah, let's go ahead and set things up for a little bit. Next up, what you're going to do is we're going to insert a text box. A text box, everything you can write, whatever. Then we're going to use this. You can just copy my properties or whatever you want. And then we're going to do is we're going to rename this the sound ID for that. And then we're gonna make is the song name and or the name holder. So what song are you actually playing? There we go. Now let's go ahead and make a folder. We're gonna name it Buttons. And now this is going to be the hardest part we're gonna do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add, go back and then we're gonna add an image label. And then once we do that, we're going to color code it as green for the play button. And then we're going to name it as play. And then what are we going to do is we're going to put an image button. And then don't rename this one because you will need this for the future. And then let's go ahead and find some images. So I'm just going to go to Toolbox, go to Images, and you'll find the Play Triangle one. Yes, this is the one, I guess. Now slap your boy here. See, let's go ahead and also make the image black. And also I don't want to add any different colors, so I decided to make it black also. And yeah, let's go ahead and make another one. But this time we're going to make the pause button. We're going to color code it as orange and also going to change the positioning. And then we're going to go to the image button and we're going to find another one, which is the pop button. Well, I guess it looks fine to me. Go ahead and slap the ID right here. And then we're going to make another one, which is the stop button. Also, we're going to change the position again. And what we're going to do is we're going to color code it as red. And then we're going to find the image for the stop. Well, I guess this one is pretty good. And now we just put that ID right here. Now you may notice the sizing is filling over the circle. We don't want that. So to fix this, what we're going to do is we're going to change the sizing. So the sizing is, what percentage is. So we're going to try to reduce that to a decimal. We'll say 0.9, 0.9. And if you think this is not correct, try to do something even more. So I'm going to do this by 0.8. And let's go ahead and do this even more. I think it looks kind of good. Yeah, there you go. And there you go. That's actually how you make your own setup for your own radio. This is the UI we're going to use from now on. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to put the handle and then insert a sound because this is going to be very important. And then you can loop this if you want to. And then let's put the max distance to about 1000. And then you could choose any volume. And yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then let's go ahead and insert a remote event. And then we're going to name this radio. Insert a script and a local script. Now these we're going to use from now on, but this time we're going to put the local script in the radio frame. Let's do it. Local player equals game.players.local player, which is your own player. Then we're going to add a service, local marketplace service equals game:get service:marketplace service. And then let's go ahead and make a for loop for their buttons for underscore comma buttons pairs script dot parents dot button get children. The buttons is a folder, so we're getting the children first, and then we're gonna add a do. Just space it out. Then we're gonna say this. We're gonna say buttons dot image button dot mouse button one click connect function. And then we're gonna say this: if buttons dot name equal to play. So if they click play, then we're gonna signal this. But we need to check if it's a number. So if to number, which is script dot parent dot sound ID dot text. Then if it's a number, then we're gonna say this: script dot parent dot song name dot text is equal to now playing. And then we're gonna say this: MPS get product info. So get product info is definitely mean you're getting the info of an item. Then we'll say script dot parents dot sound ID dot text dot name. So we're getting the song name because the get product info is we're getting the ID, and then we're getting the name. What's the actual name? If they didn't press play, that means we're going to reset the song ID to this original state. Then we're gonna say this: if player dot character find first child is a radio. So if they equip the radio, then I'm gonna say this: player dot character square brackets radio, because we're still finding out. Wait for child, and then we're gonna say radio events, which is right here. Fire server, and then we're going to make parameters. So you can make parameters for the fire server. So we're going to make parameters. So the first parameter we're going to do is we're going to put the sound ID. And then the second parameter will be the button name. There you go. You made 2 parameters. Alright, so once you're done with your Radio GUI, you know everything is improving and stuff. Go. And then let's go ahead and put the Radio GUI in the local script side of it. Let's go ahead and get in the local script, and let's go ahead and make variables. Local player, game, not players, a local player. Then we're going to do is we're going to make events that if the player equips the radio. I'm going to say local UI script wait for child radio UI clone. Then we're going to see UI.parent equals player.player UI. Go. Let's go ahead and make an event for if the player is not using it or unequipped it. We're going to make an event happen. So we're going to say this: if player.player UI find first child is a radio GUI. If they still have the UI, then player.player UI square brackets radio GUI. We still need to check. Destroy. So we're destroying it now. So this is actually a useful idea. You know, this script will help you, pop out the UI or not. And then let's go ahead and one thing. The server script. This time we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to say script.parents.unequipped connect function. So this event will actually do this in servers. Yes, I'm going to say this script.parents.handle.sound will stop. If they're not using it, they will stop the sound. Then let's make an event. Script.parents.radio event.onServer event connect function. So this is our on-server event. And then this one right here, this is where the parameters we are making. As you can see, in the Fire server, we made two parameters, sound ID and for the name. Like them, but this time you can name it by your own. So the first one, not really the first one, it's just the player who just did it. So who actually turned on the radio. Then we're gonna put our first parameter. You can just rename it whatever you want. We put in ID. And then the second parameter is for the button. So I'm gonna say this. If button, if you want to, you can just check your button names like this. If button is equal to play, if they click the play, then script.parent.handle.sound .ID, we're putting the sound ID. Okay, RBX assets ID :// .ID. Then we're gonna let it play. Script.parent.handle.sound :play. So yes, how simple is that? Else, if the button press a different one, so if the button clicks pause, then it will pause. Script.parent.handle.sound. Alright, stop. And we're gonna do the same thing. You know, this one is for the stop. This one's for the stop, and we're gonna say script.parent.handle.sound stop. Whoopsies, I forgot to replace it as pause. Forgot. So as you can see, I know my costume is different. I'll put it back on later. So I'm gonna equip the radio. As you can see, it pops out right here. And then we're gonna put this ID right here. As you can see, it actually works, and then also it did stop. As you can see. There you go, that is how you make a radio. What we're going to do is we're going to insert a mesh part right here. And then I'm going to import the mesh. One of my fans or my helpers send me. Right here, this mesh is also created by my helper, Icy Guy. Go check out his channel out. He is a very helpful person. He also made this mesh. This is actually kind of cool. Let's go ahead and sizing a little bit different. Put the handle in there. Insert a sound. Insert a sound. Then you can just change volume, loop, max distance, blah blah blah. There you go. And then we're gonna replace the radio to the handle. So I press backspace to delete it. Put it back here. Once you're actually just done, let's go ahead and test the grip editor. And this is not what I really asked. Okay, there it is. This one's actually kind of good. Yeah, you can just mess around with the pose after all. Anyhow, that's how you actually make one. Also, for a nicest guy for the whole world, I will give you the link for the model because I already made one right now. If you want to use it, you know, for Game Pass or anything, whatever, yeah, that's what you can use that for. Anyhow, that is all for today's video. If you absolutely like this video, please subscribe for more Roblox Studio content. Also like the video if this is helpful or not. Anywho, let me know in the comments if this is not working or any mistakes. Anywho, I'll see you later. Peace!